Hello, I'm Colleen. I'm the Smart Cookie Cook, and it has been far too long since our last video. I'm sorry, you guys really deserve better than that. College life, man, it stinks. Now I broke out my festive fall apron today because it's that time of year, my friends. Halloween has passed us, and in our sights now is Thanksgiving. I know you've probably got a lot of delicious ideas for your menu this year, and some of them might be kind of complicated. So what I want to show you today is a way to switch up one of your favorite classic Thanksgiving side dishes, sweet potato casserole. Some people love it, some people hate it. And there are a few who think that it's too sweet to be eating at dinner. So I have a savory substitute for you today, but it's still gonna have some sweet notes in it as well. On the menu today is some twice baked sweet potatoes with sage, caramelized onions, and Munster cheese. Alright, these sweet potatoes are twice baked. Let's start with the first baking of them. Get yourself a microwave safe plate, line it with some paper towels, and you're going to place your sweet potatoes right on there. Then take out some of your aggression on them and poke some holes in them for venting. Given that you'll be elbow deep in your Thanksgiving cooking by this point, I'm sure you'll have plenty of aggression to let out. Now we're going to microwave these babies for about 6 minutes, then we'll flip them and maybe another 6 or 7 minutes more. While we're waiting for those potatoes to cook, get yourself a medium to large size skillet going at medium-low heat and add yourself a whole stick of butter. Now we're going to add 3 medium-sized onions to this butter as soon as it's melted. And if you've never made caramelized onions before, that might sound like a whole lot of onion for one recipe. But it's not, because as they cook and they caramelize, they're going to break down a lot. They're going to shrink down, kind of like spinach. You know, when you cook it from fresh, it's all bulbous and fluffy, and then you cook it and whoop, it just shrinks. It's the same principle here. Alright, so this is good and melted. I'm going to add our sliced onions. And we're basically just going to let them do their thing. They're going to sizzle, they're going to sing, they're going to smell succulent. And we'll just give them a little stir every now and then to make sure they don't burn. Oh, look at that. We got some nice tender steaming hot sweet potatoes. Now you do want them to cool down just a little bit before we work with them. Look at that. Golden brown sizzle and party of deliciousness right there, friends. Alright, so I want you to scoop out your potato innards into a mixing bowl or a mixing pot if you're out of clean mixing bowls like I am. So we're just going to kind of dig and scoop. So see, you still left a little bit in there. Now you probably had some extra butter in your caramelized onions. We're going to add that too. We're going to add our fresh sage, garlic of course, pinch of salt. We're going to add about 2/3 of Munster cheese. Save the rest to top it. We're going to need a splash of cream or milk at room temperature. And we're going to beat this all up now. If I plug in the beater first. Once things are looking fluffy and creamy, we're going to take that filling and put it back into the potato shells. Then we're going to bake it off. So what we'll do is just scoop up some of that filling and we tuck it right back into the potato shell. Now we're going to get our super stuffed potatoes set up on a baking sheet. I got them into a preheated oven at 375. After it has a couple minutes in the oven naked, we're going to add some cheese on top. Alright, let's add some more cheese on these babies. Because life is short, and we should enjoy it with as much cheese as possible. Alright, are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Golden brown, super stuffed sweet potatoes, and they're covered in a blanket of melty cheese. I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. Look at all that cheese. Hello. You need to forget whatever else you had planned for your Thanksgiving menu, because this is all you're gonna need. And there is such an explosion of flavor there from the sweet caramelized onion, that fragrant, strong sage, and of course the potatoes themselves. And that cheese just melts in there like butter. I think the turkey's gonna have some competition this year. This baby is gonna steal the show. So I might have just inhaled that entire potato between the last shot and now. I wouldn't take it back.